Because
How
run
would you
is a
run?
verb.
How about
Would you run slowly?
runningly? Okay.
Yeah,
How about
swiftly?
pinwheel?
What?
No.
Pinwheel?
Wait, what is
No.
that?
That's a singular.
How about just one pinwheel?
And continuing on here on a Friday morning, and it's time for today's Dumbass Contest. And today's Dumbass Contest is the DUIQ.
Yeah.
877-44-WOODY is the phone number if you'd like to be our contestant. That's 877-44-WOODY. And before we grab that person, Seabass, why don't you explain the way the game works to everybody, please?
Oh, it's very simple. I find a drunk person, ask them super easy questions, then you play by guessing whether the drunk person gets the answer correct. And if you can guess whether they get it right correctly 2 times out of 3, you win.
All right, Morgan's telling me we have Dustin here on line number 2. Good morning, Dustin.
What's up, Dustin?
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, baby.
Hey, baby.
All right, you ready to play the DUIQ?
Yes, sir.
All right, now before we get to the questions that count, we have a little clip here. We're going to get to know this person, see how with it or not with it they are, see what they're drinking that night. And who is this person, Seabass?
This is Becca, and she has traveled to far and exotic lands for far and exotic drinks.
Okay, here's Becca.
What do you had to drink tonight?
Things that I can't really get in Canada. Different lot of margaritas that we don't normally have because the weather's too cold.
You know, you can make a margarita when it's cold.
Yeah, but it's not as good because it's super cold. So if you can have it when the weather is warmer, tastes a little bit better.
And so what are you down here in America for?
We newly got engaged 3 days ago
How did he propose to you?
on Sunset Cliffs in San Diego.
Did you say yes or no?
Well, I tried to say yes, but I was too emotional, so I nodded. I couldn't talk.
Yeah.
Oh, babe.
Her head was also in a nodding, like later on too.
Yeah, right. Up and down.
Like,
Because that's what you do in response to engagement. Is you're like,
You do.
Yeah, you get it's all romantic.
Once for yes, twice for no.
If you're a good person.
I did read something this morning about how couples are more romantic on vacation, which seems obvious, but that's the best thing that you could do if there's kind of like a lag in your relationship, you need that spark. Just go somewhere together.
That sounds good.
and propose.
Hotel
And
sex.
I don't disagree on drinking margaritas, though, in the cold. That sucks. You want to do it in
I understand.
hot weather.
Hey, you're not going to have a pina colada in the winter.
Beer
Yeah.
tastes better when it's hot outside,
icy
like a
cold,
cold beer when it's
frosty.
hot. I can't watch Jaws in the wintertime, same way I can't watch, say, Christmas Vacation
Oh,
in the
never.
summer.
Never.
Which my wife thinks weird that I can't watch Jaws in the wintertime.
That's weird, but I can't watch a Christmas movie in the summer. That's insane.
Yeah.
Right, Sammy?
Christmas in July. Thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
thank
Sammy
you.
does that whole half Christmas thing
Yeah.
or whatever the hell she calls it.
Well,
Christmas
Dustin,
in July.
that is the newly engaged Becca. As we get into the questions, we're also going to have Menace and Sammy taking their stone cold sober guesses on these questions for the DUIQ. And are you ready for question number 1?
I'm ready.
All right, here we go.
Name any of Jesus' disciples.
I
Obviously,
think I can come up with
At
one.
the time of his Jesusing, not now, obviously.
At the time of his Jesusing.
Kidding. You know, I'm gonna say yes to Menace and Sammy. I think they're gonna luck into it.
Okay.
And no to Becca.
Can I ask, as somebody who doesn't believe, are these like obvious?
I would think for most people,
Kinda.
I have a couple guesses.
Okay.
I think that's kind of what Greg was hinting at.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm going to say
yeah.
triple no.
Triple no. I will say Sammy. God, that Boston thing always throws me off.
Why?
She's not from Boston.
Well, I mean,
You guys are the ones who say Boston. I've always said Massachusetts.
I agree with
I've
that.
heard
So
it.
I know. I just associate with you because all
that's
your
fine,
teams.
but Seabass gets mad about
Yeah,
it.
I
So
do.
Well, actually, I do find it to be infuriating.
All right. I would say Sammy, yes. Menace, yes.
Yes to the menace.
And then Becca, we don't know about her yet. You know what? No.
Okay.
That's always
All
my
right.
go-to.
That was a very tortured guess.
I know. Well, because I like to be right.
I
Yeah.
know.
Yeah,
I
it's
get
more
it.
important to be right than be quick. All right. Let's see. What do you think here, Dustin? Yes or no for question number 1?
I think it's pretty easy, and she's gonna know it.
All right. She's going to know. All right. Question number 1, DUIQ.
Name any of Jesus' disciples.
Menace.
Noah?
Noah. Good guess. Good guess.
Sammy?
I don't know if this is going to count, but Mary Magdalene, would she count as a disciple?
No. It's all
I
dudes,
think-
isn't it?
Don't you have to be at the dinner?
I think.
Well, but she was like a very main player in the whole thing.
See, I phrased that quite loosely. I didn't say apostle. I said disciple.
So she does count.
Therefore, Noah, unfortunately, no.
Noah's a no.
I'll give her yes on a Mary.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Because you could just have said, like Greg was hinting at, you could just say Peter,
Yeah,
John.
Okay, I was gonna say Paul.
James,
Mark,
Paul.
right.
Ringo.
Right.
But
Thomas.
and then who is Pontius Pilate?
There's not. He was the Roman, wasn't he? That killed him, or that sentenced him.
Was it? Okay, yeah. Okay, so Peter, Andrew, James, John, Philip, Bartholomew,
Wow.
Matthew, Thomas, James,
You could just say
Thaddeus,
any name.
That was what Greg was saying, yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Now, Greg.
Judas. Okay, that's the one that betrayed him. I was thinking who?
Yeah.
Judas.
Yeah, you're a
That's
real.
easy.
You're a real Judas.
Well, I was going to say Judas, but so he is a disciple?
Yeah, that was the whole
Oh,
thing.
yeah.
okay.
Yeah, one of
Because
your
he got
own-
betrayed.
Right.
Jesus
My
got
God.
Now,
betrayed.
if you
Caesar.
now, Greg, if you'd said Alphaeus,
Allegedly, you know.
if you'd said
Right.
Alphaeus, you'd be wrong. It was actually James, son of Alphaeus.
Yeah, not
Ah.
Alphaeus.
Yeah. And who didn't know that?
What about Thanos?
Yeah.
Oh, so close.
All right. So Dustin,
What about
you're,
Grogu?
you're sticking with your answer. Yes, you think that she will know it.
I think she will.
She will. All right. Question number 1 for the DUIQ.
Name any of Jesus' disciples.
Josiah?
Oh, and Josiah was famous for.
Corinthian. There's Corinthian, Josiah, I don't know.
What?
Yeah. Well,
Aw.
Genesis and stuff. There's no Josiah
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
main cast there.
all right, Dustin.
Oh.
That's all right. You got 2 more questions in order to win. Question number 2 here for the DUIQ.
Give me an example of an adverb.
Oh, come on.
All right.
Gina, you say that, but these two, they are real bad at this stuff.
I'm going to say triple no.
We just got a Noah hung out with Jesus answer.
I'm going to say yes to Sammy, no to Menace, no to Becca.
All right. Greg Corey.
Yeah, my confidence has been really shaken.
Oh, babe.
Triple no, I guess.
Aww.
I'm going to say
Okay.
triple no.
All right. Then Sammy, what do you think?
No.
No. Menace.
No.
Dustin, what do you think? Yes or no?
Yeah, I'm with Greg on this one. No.
Okay.
No.
Woody, you didn't guess.
I said triple no.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I said triple no. All right. Question number 2 for the DUIQ.
Give me an example of an adverb.
Menace.
Pinwheels.
Pinwheels.
In a million years, I would have guessed that.
Now,
The master of
the
random.
real question is like, what made you think of pinwheels?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Just the first thing I thought of.
Okay.
I love a good pinwheel.
Yeah.
Pinwheel.
Sammy.
Running.
Okay. Well, you're close. I mean, you could say like,
She was closer, yeah.
yeah,
Certainly.
closer.
Oh, would it be
Noel.
Jared.
No, I'm going to ask that it would be ran.
No.
No.
Oh.
You're thinking of tenses and
Like
Yeah,
how? Like how
okay.
would? Like
How
what
would
would
you
you
run?
Because
How
run
would you
is a
run?
verb.
How about
Would you
pin-
run slowly?
Yeah.
Runningly?
Okay.
Yeah.
How about
Swiftly?
pinwheel?
What?
No.
Pinwheel?
Wait, what is
No.
that?
That's a
How
singular.
about, yeah, how about just one pinwheel?
Yeah.
Pinwheeled. So an
Yeah.
adverb modifies a verb. It adds to a verb. That's how you
Right.
get. That's the trick to know.
Oh,
Well,
I
I
got-
knew it modified it, but I thought it was tense.
I got
but you don't know what
pinwheel.
tense is. Okay.
All right. Well, Dustin said
What if you
no.
ran yesterday?
You're sticking with no, right?
I'm sticking with no.
Sticking with no. Question number 2 for the DUIQ.
Give me an example of an adverb.
I'm a teacher. Wait, I'm a teacher. I should know this.
Oh boy.
An adverb.
You better
A
get it
verb
right.
is a describing word.
Nope.
Oh my
I'm
God.
having a blank moment right now.
What do you teach, by the way?
This is gonna
Grade 2?
you for the rest of your life.
All right.
Wow. What a hero, Seabass, right?
A
You know what?
verb is a describing word.
Heroes work here, and she doesn't get enough money, number 1.
Wow.
Number 2, she's a hero. Number 3, worship.
Yeah.
Okay.
Number 4,
well,
she's really smart, and it's the hardest job in the world.
well, good news for Dustin, because Dustin, you're on the board. You got 1 point. You're on a rally, my friend.
Nice.
So
She's not just a babysitter.
All right. Question number 3. Make or break for the DUIQ.
In what forest did Robin Hood and his merry men live?
Oh.
I know this one.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. I'll say no for Becca. Doesn't even know. As a teacher, doesn't know adverb.
yeah,
Okay.
verbs.
No for Becca. These guys are tough. Menace, no.
I mean, you would think Sammy would know it.
I kind of where she grew up.
And she's all into like fairy tales.
Well, that's what
and
I'm
stuff.
saying.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, make it,
Princesses. And
making a
whatnot.
triple no. I'm going triple no. What do you think, Gina?
Yeah, I would think Sammy would get it, but I don't know. It's been a rough morning. I'm going to say triple no.
All right.
I
Greg
got the
Gorey?
first one right.
Triple no.
Triple no.
I'm having a hard time with this too.
You know
I'm
it.
writing it down for
Let me
Gina. Is that correct?
Yes.
Oh, okay, that's triple no.
Triple no. Menace and Sammy, do you think that Becca's going to get it?
No way.
All right. What do you think, Dustin? This is it. Make or break.
Yeah, there's no way she's getting it.
Won't get it. Question number 3 for the DUIQ.
In what forest did Robin Hood and his merry men live?
Sammy.
The Enchanted Forest.
The Enchanted Forest.
Told you. I'd be like in
The 100-acre Woods.
Yes, the 100-acre
That's
Woods.
good. Good guess.
Menace.
Lake Forest.
Lake.
Forest.
I would have guessed triple yes on these
Really?
because it's so. I guess we haven't had a Robin Hood movie in a while.
Yeah.
It's been a minute.
I think of Men in Tights every time Robin Hood comes up number 1. And
Yeah.
then the second thing I think of is that Bryan Adams song that came out.
Everything I do.
when that
Oh,
was it the
yeah.
Kevin Costner version came out.
for you. I think of
Yeah.
the cartoon.
Yeah, I watched that cartoon probably 1,000
Yeah,
times as a
same.
kid.
Yeah.
Nah, that was
Odele,
kind of
odele.
dorky.
I
Oh,
never
I don't
watched
think
it.
We
those
are
cartoons
men.
are dorky.
We're Men in Tights. Men in Tights.
We're men in
Yeah,
tights.
they're
And I
all
almost
dudes in
watched
tights,
Robin
bro.
Hood recently.
She almost did.
I almost did. It's been popping up for me on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Dang it.
All right, Dustin, this is it. Let's see if you are the winner of the DUIQ. Question number 3.
In what forest did Robin Hood and his merry men live?
Robin Hood. A rich forest.
You know Robin Hood, right?
Well, he's like a little thing that hops around.
Oh, yeah. That's,
It was Sherwood.
yeah, the Sherwood Forest.
Sherwood.
Okay.
Yeah. Well,
But you
Dustin,
look-
congratulations. You are the winner on the DUIQ.
That was intense.
I know. When you get the first one wrong,
I
there's a lot of pressure. But
Yeah.
Dustin, congratulations. You did it. Thank you for listening to The Woody Show and enjoy your weekend. We're just going to ask you to hang on so we can get your information, okay?
Yep, not a problem.
All right, there you go. There's the very excitable Dustin.
Yeah, you got it, buddy.
Fire.
Winner of the DUIQ. All right, we're going to take a quick break. We got some more Woody Show coming up for you next. Hang on.
The Woody Show.